Hello and welcome to Skynet Terminator Model. Today's episode, Sarah Connor from Terminator Genisys. Sarah Connor is the mother of John Connor, who led the resistance to fight Skynet in the war against the machines. History. A T-1000 was sent back to the year 1973 with the mission to terminate Sarah as a 9-year-old girl. To counter this, a T-800 was sent back to protect her. Although her parents were murdered in her father's cabin, she was saved by the T-800. In the following years, he trained her for combat and informed her about Judgment Day, and her role in defeating Skynet. Over the years, she took her as a father figure, naming him Pops. Together, they prepare for the arrival of Kyle Reese in 1984. Once the original T-800 arrived in 1984 to terminate Sarah, she and Pops quickly dispatched with him, Pops fighting the T-800 while Sarah took it out with a .50 caliber sniper rifle. Meanwhile, Reese arrived, expecting the timeline, thinking he was there to save the helpless waitress version of Sarah. Instead, found himself immediately pursued by the T-1000. He was saved by Sarah and Pops. Sarah informed Reese that the timeline had been reset, and that she wanted his help in preventing Judgment Day from happening. When Reese saw Pops, he assumed the T-800 was hostile and attempted to destroy him, forcing the Terminator to knock him out. When Reese later regained consciousness, Sarah explained that Pops was reprogrammed and sent from the future, though she did not know who sent him, as all information in his memory had been erased, so Skynet could not target whoever sent him. The T-1000 tracked the trio to their safe house, but ends up being destroyed by an acid trap set by Sarah and Pops. Sarah then revealed to Reese that she and Pops had created a rough version of the time displacement equipment, and that they planned to travel to 1997 to stop the creation of Skynet and Judgment Day. However, because of the influence of time traveling, Judgment Day was now set to occur in 2017. This was revealed to Sarah by Kyle, who gained memories of the alternate future while traveling back in the time displacement equipment. At first, Sarah did not believe him, but he managed to convince her. Pops stayed behind in 1984 due to his damage to his outer skin, while Sarah and Kyle traveled forward. 2017. Both Sarah and Kyle ended up manifesting in the middle of a highway and were immediately arrested. While in custody, they learned about the app called Genisys, which Kyle remembered from his alternate memories that Genisys was a new form of Skynet. John Connor arrived at the hospital and helped them to escape. It seems that John traveled back in time right after Kyle did. It is during this time that John accidentally revealed to Kyle that he was his father. Pops shows up and shot John, revealing that John had been transformed into a T-3000 Terminator sent by Skynet in the guise of Alex. Sarah, Kyle, and Pops managed to escape John, with Sarah noting that John Connor is no longer humanity's last hope, but Skynet's last hope. The trio went to a safe house to collect weapons in order to destroy Genisys. While stocking up, Kyle confronts Sarah about the fact that she lied to him about John's parentage. She told him that John was the one who really manipulated him, as John did so to ensure his own existence. Kyle admitted to being in love with Sarah, but she pushed him away because she said that she was afraid that he would die like in the previous timeline. John tracked them to their safe house and they proceeded to run from him using a stolen school bus. John caught them on the Golden Gate Bridge, where he sabotaged the bus, causing it to crash. Sarah and Kyle were saved by Pops, but they survived and were arrested again and transferred to a police station for further interrogation. This time, they were helped by Detective O'Brien, who remembered them from 1984, as he was saved by Kyle and Sarah. On their way out, they ran into a young Kyle Reese who was afraid of all the gunshots. Sarah told him to run and not look back. After a helicopter chase with John, they went to the Cyberdyne building, where Genisys was being created. John came for them and almost killed them, but Pops slowed him down by trapping both of them in an electromagnetic field created by the prototype time displacement equipment. While the two were struggling, Sarah and Kyle rigged the building with explosives. At the last minute, Pops was thrown into a pool of mimetic polyalloy before John was killed by the electromagnetic field. Sarah and Kyle managed to find shelter in the bunker right as the building explodes. Trapped in the bunker, Sarah and Kyle believed that they were about to die due to their lack of air, but they were saved by Pops, who had just been repaired and upgraded by the mimetic polyalloy. The trio went to the home of the young Kyle Reese, making sure that he knew that Genisys is Skynet. This completed the loop for adult Kyle's memories. Sarah mentioned that she could now choose the life that she wanted before she and Kyle shared a kiss, indicating that she would still choose to be with him. Hey, thank you for watching Skynet Terminator Model. Special thanks to the Terminator Wiki for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you did any of those things, thank you. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.